What's up, guys? It's Adri with Trippy Traveler, and this is episode 11 of Trippy Talks. We're here with
Celine, Mireille.
All right, so just to start off with something easy, what's a fun fact that fans may not know about you?
Ooh, okay, a fun fact. I'm actually not much of a drinker, like really at all, but I collect shot glasses.
Oh, wait, I'm the same way. I don't.
Do you really?
Yeah, I really don't drink that much. Like, I'll have a margarita every once in a while, but I don't drink like at all for the most part. It's like every once in a while when everybody else is like around me, kind of stuff. But like, other than that, I don't. And then I'm always collecting shot glasses, and I never am taking shots ever.
I thought you were gonna say same here. I collect shot glasses too. But so you do?
Yes.
Wow.
Everywhere I go, I got a shot glass. And
yes, same.
Specifically, I've been seeing a lot, or trying to get a lot of the booby ones. Like, there's been like specifically like state, like, and every state has its own version. And so I'm from New Mexico, and it's not the best place. So whenever I just went back last time, I found one that it was like bandanas on.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's perfect.
I usually just get like if it's a city I'm in, or I usually try to get like city ones specifically.
Yes, the traveling ones.
Yeah, just the normal traveling ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're all no boobies for me.
Yeah, I don't really care about the boobies, so it's all good.
Can you explain more about what looping is?
Looping is, how do you explain looping? I don't know. I guess I would just say like looping is looping. But looping, okay, so if I were to explain what looping is to someone, it's the concept of taking a simple layer of a melody, and then with a specific software or machine, you can record that layer and then loop another layer on top of that. And so an easy way of looping is like harmonies. Mm-hmm. You can also loop rhythmic textures. And I'm a vocal girl, so I love doing the harmonies bit, but I also love doing the rhythmic stuff. So I find like the happiest combination is when I can do both.
That's really cool. I feel like, especially now that I've started doing these Trippy Talks, like I've been talking to people that do just so many different parts in like the music world. So it's cool learning the different stuff and like different things that people do. So it's really cool because I feel like you don't like, it's not. In my head before, it just seemed like something simple. Like, it didn't seem like anything like crazy would go into it. But after talking to people, like, there's so much that goes into it that people don't see. That it's so cool to see the difference.
And it's a different thing when you're doing it in your home studio and you have the opportunity to loop something. And if you mess up, you can just you're in a safe space where you can stop yourself, try it again, and there's a lot of trial and error that happens. In a live setting, there's a little bit more pressure. Yeah. So you really I have to like mentally train exactly how I'm going to set up my loops so that by the time I like actually perform it, it's just, it's like I don't really have to think about it. I do, but I don't, because I've practiced it enough to do it. It's just like the same of like being able to play guitar or sing or any instrument.
Any of
you like get it in your body first and then you're able to execute it.
That's really nice. What do you hope someone feels after hearing your music or seeing you live?
Oh, I love that question. I really hope, my shows and my music is all about, I like to kind of lean more on the positive side of life. So I want people to just feel wholesome about life. I mean, it's a no-brainer that there's a lot of messy things happening right now. I think in the process that I've taken with creating this album, it's allowed me to be more introspective with myself and the things that I feel good about myself with, the journey that I've taken to like become who I am now. Yeah. And in like hopes of being able to celebrate that person and what she'll continue to do moving forward. And I hope everyone that was a really valuable lesson for me to learn, that I ended up teaching myself, but then also by the examples of others. And so I hope to maybe be that like other example for somebody else. Yeah.
I love that. That's perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you want to evolve as a creator over the next 5 years?
I would love to. I've always loved to collaborate. So anything I can learn from other people, it's just like what you were saying, when you like to learn with other people, their skills, and just even within a small branch of music. Like, there's so much. And there's something about when you are working with other musicians that you just kind of like soak up a piece of them anyway.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine like the possibilities that are to be had with just continuing to collaborate with other artists and musicians, both locally and even internationally.
Yeah.
And so I hope as a creator, I can be able to take all of those elements into how I approach music making and just be able to make stuff that no one has thought to do before, or no one will probably, I don't want to say like no one else can do this,
but like but if something to make you unique and set yourself apart from everybody else.
Yeah, or if I can in some way be a pioneer for something, and then be able to, again, kind of like just be that example of like, oh my gosh, Celine was able to do this, so I can too, and then they can add to that. That would be so fun.
And I feel like I say this like once every single episode is the community over competition every single day. I was like, I feel like that just makes life so much easier whenever you have people that like especially good people, good vibes around you. Yeah. And it makes it so much easier and have those like little spurts of inspiration that you might not even have. Like maybe you don't have it for weeks and then I go hang out with so and so and then all of a sudden they're flying off the wall. So it's so much nicer to have that over than like people like being like, oh, she's over here again, like, you know, like, because you do get that, especially in this world as well. So it's nice having the good community.
And you can also tell a lot about when you see someone like a friend or someone you're connected with, and then when you see them having their success and your internal gut reaction is like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, I'm so stoked for them. That is a good indication that like, you know what I mean?
That's what literally, I was just talking, Nathan, you're getting brought up on the podcast, but I was just talking to my friend Nathan about that, is like, he was literally just telling me about how he was doing Katy Perry last night in Boston. He got to photograph her. It was so cool. He got the coolest freaking pictures ever. And he was like, are you sure that you want me to send you this? Or like, is this going to be too much FOMO for you? Cause like, I wasn't able to shoot her here. And I was like, girl, no, send me all of them. I want to see them. I want to see you eat so freaking hard. Like, I love having that kind of energy rather than like the negative, like jealousy or like the like, oh, that should be me kind of bullshit, you know? Like, I just feel like it makes it, the energy is just so much better. Like, it just, I don't know, it's something freeing, because I feel like I used to kind of be like that, where it was like I would just get jealous and like get like in my head about stuff, but I feel like it is just so much easier and like feels better just to be able to be happy for everybody and the people in your corners and everything.
Well, in the business world, so sorry by the way. No, I love your questions, by the way. In the business world, it's way easier for them to see each other as competition, because it's certain markets that they're appealing to. In the creative worlds, it's a little bit different. Like there is like the obvious element of competition, but so many people in the creative realm have seen how that just doesn't work with connection, collaboration. It just like works against all things that we like set out to do to connect with people. Anyway.
I totally agree with that. I feel like it completely like alienates you like whenever you are like that, because it's just like, why? Like, just why? Do you plan your loops in advance or improvise live?
There's only been one time I've improvised it live. And I kept it very, very simple. Like, I kind of mentally mapped it out and just told myself, okay, I'm gonna do this many layers. And then it was funny, because in the moment I actually felt like it was a safe enough space, or like I could do more. And that was really freeing. That was really cool. But for the most part, they're usually planned. And that's mostly because you have to sit on the loop machine I have, which is called an RC 505 Mark II.
Sponsor her.
Yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you knew what I was going for with that. You have to set certain effects in advance anyway, because when you're in the moment creating it, to be able to do it, and then you have to click edit, like anyone that knows this machine knows, you have to like click edit super fast, find the effect. There probably is actually a way to do it. I haven't figured that part out. So for the most part, it's usually planned, ready to go. But the improvised stuff, I would be curious to maybe be more brave and play around with that.
I feel like that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
For sure. Like you said, especially with the looping, because it's not like the same as just like winging it, performing live.
Yeah.
What's the hardest thing about vocal looping that people don't realize?
The hardest thing about vocal looping is you have to have a really, really, really good sense of timing and a good ear. That probably goes like just in general for looping anyway, right? Because you do have to like the way, which maybe I didn't explain this very well earlier, when you set that first kind of just like melodic line, you have to be able to kind of loop the exact amount of time of a layer over that. Okay. So you'll often see like, you know, blinking lights on a certain machine like that, or people will tap their foot. I'm a foot tapper. Okay. I usually just ignore the blinking light, which is bad, but like, but it works though, because I'm pretty, again, it's like in my body enough so that I just know what it is and how long to hold it for. But yeah, I think having that ear especially helps with being able to add the harmony aspect to it. And I'm such a freaking nerd about that anyway, like when it comes to harmonies. Yeah. So I already kind of know, this is seriously gonna sound so nerdy. Like when I'm already doing a layer of harmony, I like know exactly where that is in like a certain chord. And so I know like, okay, now I'm gonna add, you know, the third below it, or I'm gonna add the, you know, there's different kind of, it's kind of where I guess like the rules of knowing harmony comes in and helps. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you, like, if you don't know it, you can't do successful vocal looping. But it definitely helps. It definitely helps me for sure to then know if I want to add a certain color note, which sometimes that happens and I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But sometimes I can be strategic about it because then I know in the song where the chord is going to go next. And so I'm like, okay, well, this note goes with that chord. So if I do this note, then that works great. So sense of timing, huge for looping in general, but also just having a good sense of an ear.
That definitely makes sense now that you like say that more. Like, I mean, like it sounds like it would almost be common sense, but like after you like explaining that more, like that definitely, I definitely can see why. Yeah. Can you describe the moment you fell in love with looping? Was it instant or gradual?
Oh, instant. Yeah. Totally instant, because I've always loved the fact of just like, again, huge acapella vocal nerd. It's something I really try to incorporate a lot into my own music anyway, outside of looping. And I remember the first time I saw, she wasn't the first person I saw do it, but I remember being like really inspired by her. It's an artist named Kimbra. She's from New Zealand. Okay. She's amazing. And she has not the same machine, but she had a loop machine. It's just her and this machine, but she's able to build like huge harmonic textures on top of that. And that was really powerful to watch. Like you kind of, it's almost like you're watching a one-person orchestra kind of in the moment, or a one-person band, but like just with the machine. There's no other instruments plugged in or anything like that. And I've always liked the simplicity of music. So something like that, and that simplicity, I was very, very like inspired by that. And so I remember thinking from a young age, like that wasn't like my first time seeing a loop station, but that was the first time I was like, I could probably do that. Yeah. That's really what it was. I saw her and I knew kind of where my skills were at that point, and I was like, I could probably do something like that. How can I get to that point, you know? And so then I had friends along the way who they would be loopers, and so I would just go to their shows sometimes and just watch them. Like I would just be like, can I just like sit from the side and just watch what you're doing, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So that kind of osmosis also helped when I finally got my own loop machine.
I feel like it's helpful watching other people do it too before you just like jump into it too, because it just like makes you more comfortable with it and being able to watch people do it and like just getting these little tips from other people. Yeah. I feel like that's nice.
It is.
How is your time in Arizona filtered into your sound?
Ooh, I mean, I'm born and raised desert rat, and I think that's an interesting question. I feel like I've gotten comfortable with, like, because Arizona is home, always will be home, and there's something about also like a lot of the musical influences that I realize are people even just from Arizona. Yeah. Or, you know, people like Jimmy Eat World, Stevie Nicks, and The Format, like just different, there's loads more. Yeah. And I am really, really inspired by like how they kind of got their own sound from being from the same state that I am from. And so I think that my time in Arizona, from when I was born to even now, being able to just trust those influences around me. And I think I mentioned before, I like to actively seek out and, you know, find ways to collaborate and to kind of add more arsenal to like my music repertoire toolkit. But I also, I like forget that most of the tools I have are right here. You know what I mean? I think also being in a choral setting when I was in high school, like singing in choir and doing different things like that, that has very much been a part of the sound that I aim to create now. And what I tend to create anyway, because I grew up with it, if that makes sense.
No, I'm not biased whenever I say this, but I feel like Arizona has, like, the best music scene.
Really?
I don't know what it is, but, like, specifically the local music scene. Like, I don't feel like
It's a pretty good one.
That's what, like, I don't feel like you can go to other states or other cities and get just freaking great, like, music. Like, there's people here that should be blown up, like, 20 years ago or stuff, but, like, there's just such, like, good, like, I don't even know what other word, but there's perfect music here. Like, it's not like that in other places. And like, hell no. I don't do bees. I don't know if it was a bee, but hell no. What's a sound or genre you haven't explored yet but want to?
Electronic. Like purely electronic, actually. Which is so funny because I use an electronic machine to an extent.
Yeah.
And I am like so still, I think it's because of the influences of AI. There's still aspects of like how that filters through I don't want to say solely through electronic music, but because of just like artificial sounds that digitally can be made, I'm kind of like, I want to cherish as much live instrumentation as possible. So like all my album, I like really made sure that every single instrument that was recorded was a live instrument.
I love
that. From like violin to drums to piano to bass to guitar, like all of those things. But I've thought about this for future albums of incorporating a little bit more of the electronic elements, because there's been some really cool stuff that people that I admire that have like been able to make through electronic music. So I don't necessarily foresee a fully Celine Mireille electronic album, but definitely like I want to pull from more influences with that, and especially find the right people that can make that happen too.
Yeah, well, I feel like that would be very fun, because with EDM, I feel like there's like a different sense of like feeling it brings.
Totally.
Whenever I listen to EDM, I feel like I could totally get into it. Like I could totally just be in like a total like happy space. Like, and there's literally no words, but I'm just over here freaking jamming the hell out. Or there is words and I'm still jamming out. But like I feel like that it's just a different vibe. So I feel like that would be very nice to incorporate. I feel like you would do really good with that.
Thank you. Well, and that's I hope the loop station helps me kind of. It started to give me ideas because of the different effects it has on it, that I'm like, oh, that would be kind of cool to put on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's opened that door a little bit for me.
Yes. All right. If your music lived in a forest, what kind of weird magical creatures would live there?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I was gonna say mermaid, but mermaids don't live in forests.
Well, you could have an ocean next to your forest.
Okay, can I?
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Because mermaids are freaking awesome.
Would love that. Okay, I would love that.
It's a mermaid.
Oh no way! Oh my gosh! Wait, I have been meaning to tell you, by the way, I love every single.
Thank you. X does tattoos.
Sponsored.
Yes, he does. Yeah, okay. About damn time. But yeah, no, he does all my work. He's Sad Boy Studio. They're freaking legit. Like, they're drinking milkshakes.
I would say mermaids. And funny enough, I really want, this is so specific, the bat from Fern Gully.
Ooh.
That Batty. I think his name is literally just Batty.
Okay, that's actually an iconic answer. I love I love that. If you could do it with a fictional character, who would it be?
Do it?
Duet.
Oh, duet. Sing?
Yes.
Okay.
Or collaborate in some way.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't need to necessarily be singing.
Collaborate with a fictional character. Ooh. I feel like I feel like because I just watched K-pop Demon Hunters, I have to mention those girls.
Okay.
People that why can I not think of their names? There's like Rumi and anyway, those girls just seem so fun. And also my mom's Korean, so like watching that movie, I was like, these are my people. Like, you know what I mean?
These are the sounds of my people.
But yeah, and there's actually like I've been like really inspired by that music as of late. That would be really fun. I'm sure there's like in the archives of my young brain, there's got to be someone back there.
I don't do music, but if I could like collaborate in some way, Danny Handsome. He's so cool.
Yes. Don't you have a tattoo?
I do have a tattoo.
Yeah,
I can't even get it out right now. But yes, it's on my shoulder.
I love that.
I know that's. I love that. What's one thing your inner child would freak out knowing you get to do now?
Oh, I think the fact that I've been able to, the fact that my music has been heard in other places around the world, that, again, growing up in Arizona, that was, you know, you kind of like, you like dream big, but then when it actually happens of like, oh my gosh, this song that I like wrote when I was like 14 years old, you know, at the time, but like, you know, it was like a song when you're writing when you're a teenager, and then the fact that someone in like Bangkok hears that, or like Australia,
that's really cool.
or you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially being just outside of like Arizona specifically, and like even outside of the country, anywhere, like getting it outside is so cool. Like it's getting influence elsewhere, so that's really cool.
Yes. So so I've just been able to have a lot of really amazing opportunities to do that, even as like a singer-songwriter and as like a vocal arranger, like just knowing groups are hearing my music. I think young me would be like, wait, really? Like, you know, the like doe-eyed emoji.
Yes,
like,
the cry, the happy cry.
Yeah.
All right, finally, what's next for you? Any new music, new shows? What's going on?
Oh, so much, which is really exciting.
Yes.
I have my upcoming debut album coming out, which we just you'll see it. Yeah. Thanks to the magic of
I love it. Thank you.
And then I have a show happening with Sound Baked on Friday, September 5th, which you can get tickets for still on my Instagram page. You can get it through eventbrite.com. You can also get it through Sound Baked.
Go get those tickets.
Go get them. They're going to be really cool. It's myself. It's Taylor Morris. I'm sorry, not Taylor Morris. Taylor Morris is a friend of mine. Hi, Taylor. Taylor Anderson and Jules headlining. So
that's going to be fun.
It'll be really cool.
Yes.
So that's coming Friday, September 5th. And then the upcoming debut album is set to be released. The date for it is going to be announced very soon. Okay. But I can say it'll very likely be in October.
Oh, I love October. October is my favorite month.
It's
my favorite month. I love it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, thank you for being here with us.
Oh, of course. Thank you. You're the freaking best.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.